Good evening, everybody. It is a minute after 8 p.m. on the East Coast. It is Wednesday.
Well, it really does help if you have your headset turned on. Let's try this again. Good evening, everybody. It is a couple of minutes after 8 p.m. on the East Coast. It is Wednesday. That means it is time for Elite Extreme Women's EXW Roundtable. This is episode 12. And I am Suzy the Elf, and I am going to be bringing you all the action tonight. Well, I don't know about how much action there's going to be, but I'm going to be bringing you all the fun. So I am going to be sharing out with y'all in the EXW chats the link for the Streamyard studio. So if you'd like to join us on air tonight, you can go to the EXW chats on Skype and get the link. And I'm also going to send that out to Firestar, as always. Because, she likes to be sent the link. All right. She doesn't have Skype and can't give it to her on can't give it to her on Twitter anymore, so I emailed it to her. Anyway, hey, it's the Muffin Man. How you doing, Count? How you doing, Ram? I am doing not unwell. And as always, singing his little songs and making his sarcastic remarks. Sitting next to me is none other than the Gallery of Nuts. All right, let's see here. I need to get this shared out on not YouTube. I need to get this shared out in the usual places. So let me get that done. Depends on the type of nuts, Muffin Man, which is the Muffin Man. If you don't know, that's Count Z. All right, shared out on Twitter. Well, not everybody knows who he is. So, yeah. All right. Trying to get my wrist to pop. Oh, there it went. Got it to pop a little bit. Okay. Getting this shared out on Facebook. Well, there could be people that are lurking Ram who don't know who he is. Have you thought about that? I show that we have 6 people that are watching, but only 2 of you are talking. So, yeah. Hey, Hot Fire Rose. Oh, there's 3 of you that are talking. So, see, not everybody knows who everybody is. See, he doesn't even know who he is. Half the time, I don't even know who I am. Okay, so last week, I couldn't get my camera to work. So I couldn't show you this neat little thing that I got. I've been getting all sorts of neat little things trickling in from Christmas. So I get money for Christmas. And so I wait till after I get all the Christmas presents. And then I spend my money, my Christmas money. And so I've been getting all these neat little little things trickling in. And lighting is about to change. So yeah, let there be light. So I told you last week that I got a 2 terabyte flash drive. Look at that. That right there, this is my hand. That right there is a 2 terabyte flash drive. Look how small that thing is. I mean, that's up against my hand. Look how small that is. Hey, Nightcrawler. Isn't that just mind-blowing? Like, okay, so this is my cell phone. You know, this is my cell phone. This is my hand compared to my cell phone. 16 years ago, I bought a 1 gig hard drive, a flash drive, that was like half the size of my cell phone. Now I'm getting a 2 terabyte flash drive that's that small. Isn't that just crazy? Oh, yeah. I mean, like I said, 16 years ago, almost 17 now, a 1 gig hard drive was like half, flash drive was half the size of my phone. I mean, just, isn't that just crazy? Hey, Andy, how you doing? But yeah, I had to show that off because I mean, look how thin it is. That's how thin that thing is. And I told y'all it was on a necklace, so you don't lose it. Yeah, I mean, it's just. Oh, I've got a 2 terabyte external hard drive for my PlayStation. And I mean, it's smaller than, I mean, it's tiny. I mean, it's not much bigger than my cell phone. But yeah, but that's a 2 terabyte flash drive. Isn't that just crazy? I mean, it's amazing what they're doing with technology these days. That, and I also have to show you this cool necklace. I can show you because Bubs has seen it because she's getting half of this. Because it's part of her birthday. I have to show you this necklace. This is awesome. If I can get it off. Hey, I got it off. Now if I can get it untangled. I showed her today, so I can show y'all now. Okay. It takes a moment. It's 2 parts. So this is a quarter.
This is a quarter on drugs.
Now that's your brain. And look what happens with this quarter. They took the quarter and they cut it. And it's 2 pieces. I don't have the dexterity. Look at that. Isn't that cool? And yes, it's penguins. Because, well, it's me. But isn't that awesome? Isn't that cool? But yeah. But it's a best friend's necklace. And Bubs is getting that's part of her birthday present. I just thought that was so cool. Now I have to put it back on. Yeah, got it in the first try. So I'm showing off all this fun stuff while we let some people get in here, and hopefully the GMs show up.
M's of the G.
Okay, I just saw my message from Bubs. Bubs won't be here. Hey, Jamar. Okay, so one other thing to show you. I told you I'd show you my new sweatshirt. I love my new sweatshirt. I wore it last week. It's a little warm up here this week, but I had to show you my new sweatshirt. Because, well, y'all know I'm the penguin lady. Okay, let's see here. I figure out, okay, which side to, okay. There we go. There we go. There's my new sweatshirt. I was told this is the Waddle sweatshirt. Actually, Nightcrawler, did I add you? You were added to the EXW group, right? See, isn't that cute? Isn't that the cutest? I love my new sweatshirt. Well, that, and I love my can't adult today. Just nope, can't do it. see my penguin back there? I always have my penguin, and it's stacking dolls. I just have never opened it. So always have my penguins. And I always have oh, he's a little harder to get out. I always have Groku next to me. So yeah, he's a little trickier to get in and out. Yep. Always have my buddies. But yes, you can see my penguin and Groku next over there. But yes, anyway, anyway, Nightcrawler, in the EXW chat, there is a link for Streamyard. Okay. Hey, Joker. You click on that, and it will bring you to a page that says that you're going to enter the studio. And it asks you what name you want to enter the studio with. And you just type in Nightcrawler and then enter the studio. And it's really easy. And you just if you use a headset, you just get your headset out and you put your headset on and connect it. Or if you use earbuds or whatever you use to talk on your computer, it's just like using Skype, except for it's through a browser instead. Oh, are you leaving us, Rose? But yeah, I had to show off some of my Christmas stuff. But yeah, I got some fun stuff for Christmas. See, I think everything I showed you, I got with my Christmas money. Oh, since I'm doing show and tell, I got, ooh, which way to go? Which way do I go? Pillowcases. Now I got to pick up the stuff that fell so I can find it later. I even have penguin house shoes sitting next to me. But I won't show you the house shoes. Oh, wait, sure I will. Because aren't they cute? I told y'all, I'm the penguin lady. I need a tattoo that says crazy penguin lady. There we go. That would be my next tattoo. Next tattoo gallery. Crazy penguin lady. See, I'll have to see this was my very first tattoo. And that's the one that's on. Sorry about that. The headset died. But anyway, yeah, this is the tattoo that you see on Suzy, the Caw Suzy. Yeah, this is my very first tattoo. Oh, we've got a guest. Bring him on.
Hey there.
It's Nightcrawler. Welcome to the show.
How you guys doing?
Good. How are you?
Living the dream.
What more can you ask?
That's right.
I'm up here in my lovely attic.
I love the woodwork on the ceiling and the walls. That's awesome.
The whole attic is done like this.
Yeah, that is so cool.
A fully finished attic that's all done like this. I mean, the whole thing. I love it up here.
Yeah. I just got to get my 2 monitors figured out here.
I'm on my laptop, so I just have the one.
I'm doing my work as well.
Uh-oh. Shame on you.
Yeah, well, on the tools all day, on the computer by night, right?
There you go.
Never lets up when you own your business. Own business.
That is true. You just, what kind of business?
Heating and air conditioning.
So probably at night you're invoicing everybody.
Oh no, I don't do that. I've got other people for that.
There you go. That's the annoying part.
That's why I don't do it. I'm doing up all the quotes and what have you,
Ah,
and answering emails and all that.
there you go. Yeah, fun thing. Everybody needs HVAC.
Yep,
It's
it's a
some way or
recession-proof
another.
industry
There you go.
as long as you're good at it.
Yes, if you're good at it. Yeah, if you're bad at it, then then you might as well just, say bye-bye.
Yep,
Yeah, if you don't, don't one thing, if you don't answer the phone or return phone calls.
absolutely,
Yes,
100%.
the one house that we lived in, we were having trouble with our furnace. And so we called the place that installed the furnace,
Mm-hmm.
left a message. They never called me back. Guess what? I never called them back
Right.
ever again. I found a place that I called them, I left them a message, they called me right back, and they had my business for the rest of the time we lived there.
Yep, that's important, just as important as actually showing up on time when you say you're going to be there.
I can understand if, something happens or they give you a window. Like, we're going to be there between 1 and 2, and maybe they're 10 minutes late. I
Mm-hmm.
can understand that things happen. But not calling back? No.
No.
That or not answering your phone or not having an answering machine in this day and age.
Yeah.
There's a plumber. Tried to get a hold of the plumber. Didn't have an answering machine. Voicemail, nothing. I mean, in this day and age.
After hours, I actually use an answering service call that comes out of Ontario, and that's a huge, right? They call, and people, so they're talking to a live person, and if it is a repair that needs to be done right away, I get the message right away, and I dispatch it accordingly to my crew. If it's something that's just somebody that wants to book a call or book an appointment or non-emergency, well, then we get an email the next morning of those, and then we follow up from that point. And that seems that's new to our company, so that seems to work out quite well.
Yeah, and that's not. But I mean, in this day and age, not having either a answering machine or voicemail is just ridiculous.
Yeah. Because guess what? Everybody's got one of these.
Yeah.
And where do one of these go? They go to Google reviews, anything like that, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you're absolutely right.
Hey, it's Cowboy John out there. How you doing, Cowboy John? John of the Cowboys. So, but yeah, it's just, but I mean, this was even, about 5-6 years ago that I was trying to get a hold of this plumber and didn't have answering machine or voicemail. And I'm like, who doesn't, what business even then didn't have something?
Yeah.
And I'm like, that's a bit ridiculous. So how are you enjoying being an EXW?
Me? Oh. It's a new challenge.
It is a new challenge.
And I love the communication. I love the people here. It's fantastic.
That's good. And your wife is your GM?
Yep. So, now she gets to tell me what to do in more than one place. So that makes her happy.
and you try to keep her happy, right?
Well, it doesn't. It's not too hard when you know how to do it right.
Yes, that is true.
Don't be one of those guys and think you're always right, because you're not.
That's a major that is a major thing to remember, and not just for the men. Women too.
And I was gonna say, as far as wives go, and I've had a couple in this WU world, or in that WU world and what have you. Cougar's been really easygoing, really, really fun to be with. You know, I enjoy how her and I just vibe together.
You know,
There's no, part of anarchy, of course, and
yeah, and the family, the faction,
in the family,
the
right?
family,
And
yeah.
I mean, she runs the family, and I I'm not anywhere near or want to be anywhere a part of the management, or management chain of anarchy. I'm kind of, I look at myself as kind of like you know the spouse of the president, right? I'm there, but I
You're the
have no
old
say,
you're the old
unless
man.
I'm asked to give an opinion or a vote. But and I'm happy with that,
You're
and
the old man of
I'm the
the
old man. Yeah,
president.
I absolutely love it there. I know my game has stepped up. There's great people in the family there. Great conversations happen. I remember Akuma, who's now my stepson. When I had my own company, Demon Speeding in WU. Him and I back in the day would be getting up there, and back when bar scenes were cool and in
Oh
companies,
yeah.
you'd have bar scenes, you'd have people, drinking and just partying and whatnot. Yeah, we'd be up on stage playing our music and what have you. We've been buddies a long time, and it's just kind of weird how it all came together like that. I mean, I didn't know what anarchy was back then, but it was there. I didn't know what it was. I mean, Cougar and I would talk every once in a while. I mean, we're just passing buddies kind of thing. And yeah, no, it's
And then you married her.
and then I married her. I grew up. I finally ditched my rock and roll lifestyle that it was, and finally settled down. Got a couple beautiful twins, and then couple stepkids, Ali and Akuma. And Nightcrawler couldn't be any happier than he is right now.
Well, that's good. Well, you had that 8-man tag match on. Did you catch the show from Sunday?
I
Have
didn't,
you?
unfortunately.
Um, well, you were part of that 8-man tag match, the family versus the loyalists,
Hmm.
which was yourself, Shadow Press, Scottish anarchist Icon,
Hmm.
good old Icon. I love that bugger. Um, oh, he and I had, back in the day, he and I did a soccer uh, radio show together. Yeah, he and I go way back. But let's see, it was you, Beast, Shadow Press, and Icon represented the family versus Frozen Rage. I always have Mondo, Super Nacho, and Redneck Avenger. My man, good old RA.
Hmm.
And y'all had they represented the loyalists of EXW, and y'all had an 8-man snap, nap, or tap tag team match. And boy, I tell you, y'all had a great match between the 8 of y'all. You'll have to definitely go back and catch the show.
Did I at least slap the spit out of Frozen's mouth?
I don't remember if you
Yeah.
did, but it was a
It
great
wouldn't.
match, though.
I probably didn't, because it would have been memorable if I did.
So you and Frozen go back a ways, do you?
We don't get along.
Well,
That's okay.
Frozen is one of those people you either love him or you hate him, or you love to hate him.
I don't like to say I hate. We just don't get along.
Yeah, well, but I mean, it's just he's one of those. i- i- It's he's a polarizing
Very.
personality.
Hmm.
It's either one extreme or the other with him. And
And he's very good at it. I'll give him credit for
I've
that.
known him a long time, and he and I we've always gotten along well together. Matter of fact, his fiance Marzana
Mhm.
is the one that does all of the graphics for EXW.
Oh, wow.
So she does incredible graphic work for us, and so I am just it just she tickles me. The newest round of graphics that she did, she just surprised me with them and just said, "Here's new graphics, hello." And I'm like, okay. And just floored me with the new main graphic, and just which that the Rosie the Riveter, which is what the main graphic is designed after, it's the style of that graphic, is an image that's very dear to me. And
Mhm.
she surprised me with that, and the fact that it was a Rosie the Riveter based image just absolutely tickled me. Hey, Tito, welcome to the show. Thank you for sharing it out. I appreciate that. If y'all haven't shared out the show, please do so. It really does help out. We're trying to grow the channel. We're trying to get up to 500 subscribers. We're less than 50 away. So if y'all could share that out, I sure would appreciate it. So, but yeah, they Rage is also one. Rage and Jenna and Frozen are Rage are two of my GMs. They work the tag. They run the tag division. So they are a pretty big part of EXW. Have been from the beginning. So but like I said, Rage is one of those that is a very polarizing personality. It's you love him or you don't. I mean, it's just one or the other. But yeah, y'all had a great match between the eight of y'all. I won't tell you how. Well, if you don't want to know how it turned out, then you'll have to not listen to the recap of the show of that show.
Fair enough.
But if you want to know, I can tell you now.
I'm good with it. Go ahead.
All right. Well, unfortunately, the family did lose to the loyalists. I don't remember which one of y'all got pinned. I don't remember if it was a pin or submission. Oh, okay. Well, okay. Yeah, it wouldn't have been a pin. I don't remember if it was a submission or a knockout. Yeah, Shadow, I don't think you got tagged in at all. You were think you were the only one that did not get tagged in.
And if he had gotten tagged in, the results would have been different. I promise you that.
Hey, Cat John, thank you for putting that out there. I appreciate it. But yeah, Shadow, I believe you are right. You didn't get tagged in, but RA did get. Like I said, I'm not sure if he knocked out but I think it was a submission. I think it was a submission, and it was RA that got it, but I don't remember who he got it on. I'm lucky I remember that it was RA.
Fair enough.
I have a Swiss cheese memory, and the holes are really big.
I have no hair on my head to keep any memories in. They come in, they go out, nothing there.
Hey, hair doesn't help.
I know the feeling.
Having hair doesn't help, so it doesn't keep them in there in my head.
So the excuse I've been using is completely false. Good to know.
Well, well, at least in my case, the hair doesn't help. So, 105 fever and meningitis did it for me. So, I don't think you have that excuse. But yeah, you'll have to go back and watch that. That was a really y'all had a really great match. So,
well, you get that crowd involved. Our crowd's involved. It's not going to be an easy win for either side.
Well, and you look at everybody that was involved. Everybody was all from WU. Not a single one didn't come from WU. So all of you have been exposed to each other from back in the WU days.
Mhm.
I don't know how many of y'all were exposed to Nacho, but a lot of y'all have known each other for quite a while. And so, you know, there's a lot of familiarity there. So it's, you know, you get that kind of familiarity. It can make for some very interesting times.
Mhm.
So, but it was a great matchup. So, but by the way, folks, you know, please feel free to, you know, if you are in the Skype chats, call in. Would love to hear from you. Shadow Press, call in, talk to us. Love to have you on air. Or are you too chicken?
Oh,
I can call him that because
throwing the shots.
I've known that. I've known him for 10 years. John. I held quite a few title belts in WU. All of them individual, you know, private companies. Never did try to go for the WU company belt.
That thing is
Right.
almost impossible to get nowadays. Like they
Yeah.
even get into the rankings for that.
I never even bothered.
I
Just
forget where I'm at. I've been trying for 11 years, 12 years, I guess now.
I never did try for that belt. I had no, yeah, they still have that belt.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. The company belts, they still have those for the WU companies. They still have those belts. I never did bother with it. I mean, you anymore, you can't hardly get anybody to Instamatch.
Well, that too.
That's another problem.
Anybody who's doing that now is just doing it to get rid of their fails or what have you. Or burn off some PDs or whatever. But I think most people that use it now use it for, the tactical. If you're failing lots in your regular matches, well, better to fail in those instant matches.
Yeah, but yeah, I just gave up. Shoot, the only time I really Instamatched is when we had those missions.
Missions.
Remember? Yeah, you remember when they rolled out the different missions that you had to do, and they started, like get 5 fans or then get 10 fans, and
Oh yeah,
you
I
remember
forgot about
those? That. Oh yeah, remember when they rolled those things out? Oh, those were so stinking annoying. And then you had to win 5 Insta matches in a row, and then you had to win like 20 Insta matches, and oh, those were so annoying. Oh, yeah, when you had to win like 10 Insta matches in a row, that was so, and then you get like 9 and then get beat that 10th one. Oh, I would get so mad. I had a few choice words. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I had some real choice words. I get in there and I get this. It's like, this is my 10th one. Let me win. Sometimes you would get somebody that would cooperate with you. Yeah. Those missions. Those were horrid. Whoever thought that up, should have been skull dragged. Yeah.
Yeah, never heard that one before. I like that one.
Yeah. They're yeah. Those were horrible. And yeah, and you couldn't there and you were like stuck in certain companies. You know, they had the different company levels. And you would get stuck in a company until you completed certain missions. Oh, they were horrible.
Well, yeah, and then there was for the longest time there you couldn't leave a company anyways.
Yeah,
right?
and that took up a company spot.
Yep.
That's what ticked me off. You know, you couldn't leave it, but because before you could leave the WU company, or you could join it. It was your choice. And then all of a sudden they stuck you in that company, and it took up a company spot. They made you leave they took you out of a company and put you in that company. And it was that made me so mad. And yeah, and you couldn't get rid of them. You had to do the missions or pay bucks to move past them. And if you didn't have any bucks, you were stuck.
Hey guys, just noticed it in chat.
Yeah. Hey Wally, how's it going? Wally, did you watch the men's show? But yeah, I hated those missions. I finally got through with them. It took me forever. A few of I get stuck. I finally got through with them and got them over and done with. I was so freaking happy to get those finished. Did you like your info card? No, you can't eat the round table. I need it for next week. You can make a donut out of it, but that's fine. But you can't eat the table. Good old Nacho. Oh, wait, hold on. Nacho's here, so that means Nacho Man. We're glad you're here, Nacho Man. Always have to sing for Nacho Man. And Eifer was already in my lap, so he didn't get jealous. So Wally, you have to thank Cougs for the info card. She wrote down, she got all of what you gave me, and then she beefed it up a little bit. So you need to thank Cougs for your info card. So you owe her a big thank you. I thought she did a great job on your info card. Rhino corn. Somebody's a rhino corn over there, hammering away on his keyboard.
That's me, yeah. Sorry. Like I said, I'm still working.
I'm just giving you a hard time.
That's okay. I like that.
I came up with that term quite a few years ago on my Back to Basics radio show. So.
Nacho, that's not even all of them, man. I got a bit of a collection in my man cave here, in between the
Yeah,
guitars.
I was noticing your license plates and your guitar
Yeah,
back there.
that
So
one,
what's
the second one down is actually from Nunavut. Not often seen in most of Canada because you have to get to you have to almost fly in and fly out of that territory. But back in 2014, I worked up there for a year. 2013, 14, I worked up there for a year. So yeah, I went to one of those gift shops up there and grabbed one of their license plates because I think they're the coolest license plates in Canada. Most artistic.
that is pretty.
Yeah, it's got the Northern Lights in it. It's got the Nukchuk, very heavily native Inuit design. Really cool.
So you said you were going to show us your sweatshirt.
Oh yeah. So let's see if I can get up here. See if you can read that. So it's music, right? So
yeah, I don't know the chords.
Okay, so D. Well, hold on. It's really hard to look on the camera and do that. Sorry, I don't. So D, G, A, F are the chords.
Yes, we are PG. So yeah, thank you for just giving us the initials. Nacho could read it. Hey,
Yeah.
Firecracker. Glad you're here. All right. Well, I am going to go over our Sunday and Monday show, give us a recap, and then we will talk about Thursday and Friday. And if you don't mind, I am going to go ahead and I'm going to mute you for just a little bit. And I will bring you back on when I'm done with the recaps. All right, Nightcrawler he's still here, but he's just muted for just a little bit. We're going to recap the men's show and Monday, and then we're going to talk about Thursday and Friday. All right, on our Elite Men's Fury, it was episode 2, and this was on Sunday. And we started out with a 30-man Royal Rumble. And I have not gone back and rewatched the Rumble to get all of the eliminations and everything. So I don't know who had the most eliminations. I believe the one that was in there, I'm not even going to try to tell you who was in there the longest. But the most important elimination happened for Demon King Robbie Ray. He was the final he was the one that got the final elimination, and he will move on to next month's #1 contender match. So Coog said that he will get to go on and be in next month's elimination match, or sorry, not elimination, but #1 contenders match. Then in our next match, we had a 2 out of 3 falls count anywhere match. This was between Andy Price and Count Zrethnok. Couldn't roll my R's. Sorry, Count. And that was as I said, it was 2 out of 3 falls. And we started out with the first fall going to Count Z. And then Andy came back and tied it up. And then getting the third and final fall was Andy Price to cinch the victory. Then we had our Snap, Nap, or Tap tag team match between the family and the EXW Loyalist. And let's see, again, that was Nightcrawler, Beast, Shadow Pressed, and the Scottish anarchist Icon. And the Loyalist was Frozen Rage, Mondo, Super Nacho, and Redneck Avenger. And Redneck Avenger got I believe it was a submission, but I do not remember who that was on to cinch the win for the Loyalists. Then we moved on to a tag team match between Death Embrace and the Demon Gods. This was an elimination match, and Demon Gods swept that with 2 eliminations to none and got the victory over Death Embrace. Now, Death Embrace was Demon and Flatline. Demon Gods is Brooklyn Joker and Ripper Springheel. So Joker and Ripper got the win. Then we went on to Wally versus Cowboy John in a steel cage match. And it was just a straight up steel cage, no escape. We don't do escape the cage matches in EXW. Don't like them, don't care for them. I want to watch them beat each other senseless inside the cage and then pin, submit, knock out, whatever. We're not having them climb out of that cage. So getting the win in that match was none other than the cowboy himself, Cowboy John. Then we went to our number 1 contenders match. It was a elimination chamber match. We had Blaze McCoy, Miles Stanley Ward, Shifty the Drunken Dragon Clown, Walker, that is Redneck Avenger's oldest son, and Super Nacho. Now, I do have the stats on this one. Shifty was eliminated first by Walker. Then, wait, I forgot somebody. Princess Billy May. Now, how on earth could I forget him? Princess Billy May was also in this match. Princess Billy May was eliminated by his cousin, Walker. Then Blaze McCoy, who didn't want to leave the pod in the first place, was eliminated by Walker. I hope y'all see the pattern here, folks. Then Miles Stanley Ward was eliminated fourth by Walker. Then it came down to Super Nacho and Walker. And the 5th and final elimination was Walker, and getting the win and going on to face the winner of the title match, which is our main event, is Super Nacho. And in our main event, we had a 2 out of 3 KO knockout match for your Elite Men's Fury Championship. We had Uncommitted Hooligan. Yeah, Cougar was not happy about that. She did not want him having that title match. Let me tell you, she would have been happy with, I think, anybody but Uncommitted Hooligan being in this match. But he won it fair and square. And so I'm sorry you couldn't eliminate me, Walker. Texas Ranger wasn't in the match. It was just Walker, Nacho. Texas Ranger is his little brother. But anyway, it was a 2 out of 3 knockout match. And it was Uncommitted Hooligan against Wild Matt Outlaw. And so getting the first knockout was Uncommitted Hooligan. Then Wild Matt Outlaw tied it up. And then to cinch the victory and retain his title, Matt gets the 3rd knockout and retaining his Elite Men's Fury Championship is Wild Matt Outlaw. So next month at the February Elite Men's Fury show will be Super Nacho versus Wild Matt Outlaw. Now that should be a great matchup. And I know Nacho, he says, I have dibs on somebody. Yes, you do. You have dibs against Wild Matt Outlaw. Okay, Nacho, Walker, Texas Ranger was a TV show that Chuck Norris played the character Walker, Texas Ranger. In EXW, there is Walker and then Texas Ranger, two different people. So it just depends on what you're talking about. So, all right. So, what is your so now that you've heard about the show Nightcrawler, do you have any thoughts about the the show from Sunday?
Well, I haven't seen it. However, it really sounded like a spectacular card.
It was.
Yeah.
Kooks put together a great card.
Yeah. Yeah. That's why I didn't see much of her. She was very busy working.
She was busy working. I was hoping that she would get to be here. Maybe she'll be here later on
I
tonight.
messaged her. I messaged her. Haven't heard back from her, so she might be. I think maybe she's working, still working.
I don't know. She didn't tell me she wasn't going to be here, but I was hoping that she would be here at least later on. Later on, hopefully so. So, but the show must go on.
That's right.
So we gotta keep moving. She's avoiding count.
Oh, I doubt that. No way.
I don't think so, Count. Count, call in. Call in before you have to do your show.
Warm up those vocal cords.
Yeah, call in before you have to do your show. So let me get me a drink here.
The Muffin Man.
Oh. Well, you never know, Nacho. You beat Bork Laser and got his title. So you never know. You just might. So next week, I will hopefully have gone through and rewatched the the Royal Rumble, and have for you all the stats on the Royal Rumble. I just ran out of yesterday. I felt like complete and utter crap. I just had a really, really bad day. I was fighting low blood sugar all day. And yeah, when you're fighting that, it just completely, utterly
It knocks you on your
decimates
ass.
it decimates you.
Yeah.
And I felt like I had the flu and just felt horrible all day. No, I didn't have the flu, didn't have COVID. You know, when you never leave home, you kind of can't get those things. I stay up here like 24/7. Speaking of blood sugar, kind of been fighting my blood sugar today too, but it's been better, but it's been playing a little bit of a roller coaster with me today after yesterday. But
I went to bed last night and I was over 21.
You measure yours differently than we do.
We do. I'm not quite sure how it's measured where you are, but I do know it's different. But anyways, my phone, because I got that Libra 2, tells me that I was really, really high. Yeah.
Yep. I just took mine. Boy, I don't know what I did before this. This has just been a life changer.
Yeah. It helps.
I'm not sore all the time from.
No.
Yeah. Oh, it's been a life changer. But yeah, no, I went. That's been my graph today.
Let me see let me pull up my graph. Yeah. There's my, there it is. There's my graph.
Yeah, you were
Yeah, all over the place.
you were a little all over the place.
That's
Mine
normal.
yesterday was like down in the dumps all day. I wasn't super low, but I was just low all day. Usually I'm pretty in the middle, but yeah.
But my problem is the sites that I use on my insulin pump. If I'm working, I won't know that they're starting to leak until I get home, and I'll see that I'm high, so I'll put the insulin into me and say, "Oh, wow, shit! Now this thing's leaking." So uh, that's why.
Uh that's awful.
It's one of those challenges that I'm working with my diabetic team with.
Yeah, see, I I don't have I just use a long acting insulin that I just do at night.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't have to, I'm not on a pump, like that. So I just started using insulin. So I
I
haven't been on insulin long.
So I literally found out I was diabetic 17 years ago, and so I worked on that. Had the pills for the first year, didn't work, and then literally a year to the date, the pills started doing nothing. So then I went on insulin, and then finally, well, 2016, I went on the pump, and that's helped quite a bit. But I'm still like this, right? I'm still
Yeah.
all over the place. But that's not the pump's fault. That's my fault. I need to take better care of myself.
Yeah. I've been diabetic. I guess it's been almost 16 years.
Yeah.
So I'm about a year behind you. I just finished going over the show,
No,
dude.
she just did. Hey, baby.
But yeah, I'm just about a year behind you. But I've been able to control it up until just about about what, 6 months ago. Till about a year ago, been able to really control it with just diet and meds.
That's good.
And it's been about what, 6 months on the insulin? Not even,
I don't think it's been that long.
not quite 6 months on the insulin.
Mm-hmm. I got Thanksgiving 2019. I remember it well because I got woken up in the middle of the night to a paramedic crew in my bedroom.
Ooh.
Yeah, that was a trip to the hospital. Apparently, I went super low, and of course my real wife, she couldn't get the orange juice into me fast enough to bring up the level. So that was
Yeah.
quite a learning experience for me.
That was an awakening experience.
That's even better. Yeah, an awakening experience. I've had probably 2 or 3 of those kind of episodes since then, but avoided the hospital, fortunately.
Yeah, I've never been that. I've never had that happen.
Well, the worst
Usually I'm high.
Yeah, that most of the time I am too. Worst case I remember is, geez, I had my dog with me in my work van. I'm working on this furnace, and I'm just doing a simple, and this gives you a kind of an idea of what happened, hypoglycemic. Uh, I'm working on the furnace, doing what I do, and just to do a simple task, should have been in and out of there in half an hour. 3 hours later, I came to.
Wow.
Right? It's like, so at that point now, I mean, I keep brown sugar in my toolbox. Believe it or not, just that if I can feel myself going down, I can feel that. I
Yeah,
think I'm still functionable, but 5 minutes later, you're not anymore.
yeah. I've learned it's been so long since I've been down that low. I've kind of forgotten the low feeling. But
Yeah, it's horrible.
but yeah, it is. But when you feel it, like yesterday, I was just so ugh, all
Mm.
day, and it just like I said, it does. It really knocks you.
Mm-hmm.
And I used to be able to tell when I was dropping and I could get something into me. But
Yeah, but anyways,
yeah. All right, let's
enough
bring
depressing
on
talk.
let's bring on the Muffin Man.
Hello, everybody.
Hey, buddy.
I was, I was brought to the studio kicking and screaming. Alfie made me show up.
Well,
Yeah, you sound like you're
have
suffering.
to.
It's totally suffering.
I can make you leave.
No, you don't have to do that. I was being sarcastic. You know.
I know you
Don't make me
are.
back. Don't make me backpedal. I don't like backpedaling.
I know. I was just being sarcastic right back.
I see Coog showed up after I said she was avoiding me. Conspiracy confirmed.
I told you she wouldn't be avoiding you.
Now,
No, I'm gonna get kicked.
now,
Nope. Yep.
Count, you know my first language is sarcasm.
I do know that, actually. You're fluent in sarcasm, French, and bad English.
No. I'm not fluent in French. Bad English, yes. But French, no. All my light disappeared.
I know.
I showed up. It's no longer a token idea.
I speak 3 languages clearly: English, bad English. Where's the sign language?
No.
Where's the damn camera?
Yeah, I didn't see that at all. Don't you worry.
Okay.
Remember, family friendly.
I didn't say anything.
No,
Yeah, so
Nightcrawler is a family man. He would never do anything untoward or to besmirch his honor.
Cougar.
Something in my throat.
Cougs, family friendly.
Love you too, Cougar. Mwah.
I love when she talks like that.
You gotta be family friendly, though. Don't want the twins picking up those potty languages.
You don't actually think they haven't already. You do know who their father
is.
I mean, on the WPW tag show, the twins are female tag team champions right now.
That's right,
They've been defending those titles for a while.
Congratulations.
That's right. They are proud parents here.
Yeah, Cougar sometimes is a little too strict with them. Every time they have they lose, she's like, back to the dungeon, and she'd start it's like, luckily they're of age, so it's not abuse, but it's like, it just makes me question. It's a little cruel. But then Morgan does the same with his kids, so.
Nope. Look what Stu Hart used to do with Bret Hart and the Hart family. They grew up
tough love.
Tough love, that's right. It worked for them. And it's working for our twins.
It's definitely working. Whatever you guys are doing, there is results.
Yep.
Everywhere they go, the twins have been taken over.
So what did you think about the show on Sunday, Count?
It seemed to be all right. I mean, other than the whole, referee can't stay in position, that's what annoyed me. Jump up the stairs, jump down the ramp, jump up the ramp, jump down the ramp. And I lost because of it.
That was just crazy.
If the referee was in position, Andy Price was done before he got his, second, third, fourth, and fifth wind. Fuck.
Watch your language.
I caught it. I think I did, at least. But yes, all that considered, I was a little annoyed, especially in the Rumble. I was thrown out so early. I wasn't even ready, and I was all of a sudden just given a poor number. The conspiracy against the count continues.
I think that but it's up. I think it's up to Cougs. I know Cougs needs to watch. She needs to watch the show. She's a little behind, which that's okay. She's had things going on. We all do. Life sucks sometimes, and we get behind. But I think there should be a rematch between you and Andy. And this time, I think maybe it needs to be in a cage.
Oh, yes. Not a cell. I want a cage. I want no escape. Cage.
I like it.
2 out of 3 falls. No exiting the ring. No countouts. No interference. Just the referee can stay on the outside and count properly.
But if you do your job right, you don't need 2 out of 3 falls. You just get it done the first time.
Well, I like to play with my food, which is probably why I lose so much to Andy Price. Instead of just beating him, I just like to toy with him, and then he ends up getting a comeback every time.
You're like a cat. Play with the prey.
It's more fun that way. It's more satisfying.
I like the cut of your jib.
But yeah, we'll just have to see what Coog says. I mean, it is her show. I keep my hands off. I just make suggestions.
Of course you feel that way, Andy. He saved your life. Andy's all like, I had no problem with the referee in our match. I thought it was good.
Yeah, maybe Andy should call in.
Andy Price, the greatest wrestler of our generation, should totally call in.
KO.
Educate us.
But yeah, you were talking about Akuma earlier, and that's one person I do miss from WU, because Akuma is good people.
He's there.
He's occasionally has shown up here.
He does show up occasionally, and when I see him, I say, "What's up, buddy?"
Yeah,
he's always sending me his newest videos or his newest creations. That's a guy that I'm not sure how old he is, but he could be like the reincarnation of Bon Scott. I mean, the dude sounds exactly like him.
Oh yeah, he sends. I have at least 10 karaoke submissions from him, and we haven't done a karaoke show. But like every few months, he'll say, "Hey, uncle-in-law, here's some music," and he just sends me clips of him singing songs, and it's amazing.
Yeah.
Okay, so Kook says 2 out of 3 falls, KO, submission, pin, in a steel cage.
It's totally steel cage, no escape.
Oh, no. There are no escapes in my steel cages.
Perfect.
I do not do.
I'm too old to climb out of a cage.
Oh. Look, you ask and you shall receive.
Ooh.
Oh, it's the Wonder from Down Under. How you doing?
I'm doing fine. Cal, I just want to make a small little point. If you would not keep trying to pin me by the ramp, you might have won. If you'd say roll me onto the ramp, move just backstage, move me back to the ring, you probably would have won. But you kept trying to pin me in the same blubbered spot over and over and over again.
The valid point, and that's my ego, because I wanted to get a 6-count pinfall, not a 3-count.
Cougs, we could do all 3. It's up. Do y'all mind KO, pin, and submission, or do you want just pin and submission? Or I mean, what do you guys want for your match?
I'll defer to Andy. I'll let Andy decide.
If I had an ego, which I don't, I could easily go to my strengths to take KOs out of the picture. Just make it submission or pinfall. But you know what? I'm fine if KOs are included.
So all 3.
All 3 if possible, yep.
All right. Do you have that written down, Cougs, or do I need to make that note?
Yeah, I'm fine with knocking you out twice. It'd be perfectly fine with me. But you say you don't have an ego, Andy, and I believe you because I feel like I have enough ego for both of us.
There is something to be said about that. you do have quite an ego.
I usually back it up. For some reason, Andy Price is my kryptonite, so I have to work extra hard to get rid of that kryptonite chip off my shoulder.
Now, will this be the second time y'all have faced each other? I know it will be an EXW, but have
I
y'all
lost a world title to him right before, right after Christmas, before New Year's, sometime. I don't know. It was bad.
Oh no, I thought it was good.
Of course you think it was good. And, like, you know, my mouth did all this talking. I told him after he lost to me, he could go fight for the Lethal Angel Women's title. And then I ended up losing my title to him. So I had to eat some humble pie, and I didn't like the taste. Turns out I'm allergic.
Yeah, that crow is hard to swallow, isn't it?
Oh, God, yeah, it hurt. It hurt. I was inconsolable. Goddess couldn't even try to. Every time she tried to talk to me, I was like, "Leave me alone! I hate the world." So now Andy Price is the greatest wrestler of my generation because it makes me feel better that I've at least lost to the greatest of the generation.
There you go. Oh.
Let go my egos.
Now, Rage says you just suck.
I mean, he talks like sucking's a bad thing. Situationally, it's quite good.
Depends on the situation.
Well, I'll be fair count. I think you came very close. The refereeing, yes, he probably was a bit slow, but in his defense, as I said, you kept trying to pin me in the same place, which made go up, back the ramp, back down the ramp for the pinfall, up the ramp, back down to counter pinfall. So, yeah, as I said, if you maybe moved so he wasn't having to run out of puff so much, he probably
I just wish he would have stood in position like he was trained to do, you know, instead of just jumping up the ramp. Like was he trying to lead us like a conductor? Because I beat to my own drum.
True.
Yo, 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 Blaze Radio. It's our boy, Blaze McCoy.
Yeah, me and Andy are, you know, we like to wear our mask. We don't like to have an avatar. Yes, Andy Price is my best friend. That's why I'm going to beat him up. Take him pillar to post and smash him off the cage and get a well-deserved victory, finally.
Hey,
So.
Drum Monkey, welcome to the show.
Yes, there's always a drum. Oh, sweet, I can sell my drum machine. Drum Monkey is here.
Oh, my word.
You're going to need something to pay your hospital bill after Andy Price is done with you.
I got decent insurance, so I feel like most of it should be covered.
Oh.
That'll be nice. I'll just bruise count a little bit. Maybe hit his arm a bit. I won't hit him too much, so he won't miss any time.
I always said you're a stand-up guy, but I'm going to make you kneel. That's the plan. That's the hope. That's the dream.
We'll see. I'll be great. I think you did mess me open in that match in the last show, which seems to happen a lot. I think every time I fought everywhere else, I think at least messed me open at least half the time. So yeah, you will have a target, but it's no
Yes. I'm a headhunter after all, and you know, just for some reason you will. I go after your head repeatedly, and you just keep getting back up. You're like the Weevil and the Wobble, but you don't fall down. You're like the wacky inflatable arm guy, and I just don't know what I got to do. So I'm going to figure it out, and I'm going to use it.
Weevil Wobbles. I haven't thought about them in a while.
Yeah.
We'll see.
And it makes sense because I feel like Andy Price is the male Bailey. You know, he just wants to hug everybody, be everybody's friend, and then sigh.
Hey, now I have an awesome hugger shirt from Bailey. She stole my gimmick. I'm the original hugger.
Oh, speaking.
Infringement there.
I see there's someone in the wings. My buddy.
Oh, who?
There's a Firestar waiting backstage.
Yes, but we're having a lot of fun with you two here. I will bring her on. Don't worry. How much longer do you have?
Oh, I'm just doing some finishing up my tag show at the moment, so I don't go live for 40 minutes, so I'm just kind of meandering.
Okay. Weeble wobbles fall down if and you smash them with a hammer.
It's a valid point. So Nacho, my adopted son.
With a car.
I'm gonna need a hammer so I can take it to Andy Price.
Oh, by the way, did you know that your son wants a brother?
Nacho wants a brother?
Yes.
Who's his brother?
He said you need to go to Build-A-Bear and make him a brother.
I don't know if he'll like the Build-A-Bear brother I would build for him.
Telling you what he said.
I'll get him a Care Bear plushie and hopefully he can call it his sibling.
I went to Build-A-Bear once.
I have never been to Build-A-Bear.
I built a cat. Hold on, I'll get it for you.
You built a cat at Build-A-Bear. I appreciate that.
Now, the kiddo has been to Build-A-Bear and made her own things.
There he is.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yep.
That is pretty awesome. It's a biker cat.
That's Theo.
Now, Ice's, the kiddo Crusher has been to Build-A-Bear and made several for herself, but I've never been.
Yeah, I've only ever been once,
this
and
does not surprise me at all.
A Spider-Ham at Build-A-Bear. Well, if you've been to Build-A-Bear, just build your own brother, Nacho.
Yeah, there you go.
Cut out the middleman.
No. This is what he said. I said the same thing. But if he builds it, then it's his son.
And he has enough of them.
You and Goddess have to build it, so then it would be his brother. I suggested the same thing.
So I will go build a voodoo bear doll and then grant it life and sentience, and then it can be Nacho's tag partner.
Seems legit.
Yeah, I mean, I obviously have mystical powers, so I can't see anything going wrong there.
So that's why you need to go to Build-A-Bear so that Nacho can have a brother. That way they can make a tag team.
That is going to be insane. As long as they call themselves the barely legal.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
or the unbearables.
What if you don't build him a bear? Because they do have other things besides bears. I mean, they have Groku.
I don't really want to build him a Jedi, though. That's way too much power. We already have a moron of steel.
I'm just saying, for example, they do have Groku, and they have other things besides bears. So, I mean, they have the cat that, Nightcrawler made. So, I mean, what if you built him something other than a bear? I mean, they have Toothless, the dragon from.
I got it. I will build him a Batman. Then Batman could be his brother. He'll be super happy.
I don't know about that. But
he's probably going to start yelling in the chat, "No, Batman!"
Well, I don't know. That might be the only Batman he likes.
Demon Joker is trying to say that Nacho's brother is Andy Price, which I do see a little bit of resemblance there.
Oh, here you go. What? But Batman am a jerk face duty head. No Batman.
I kind of knew that would be his opinion.
Even Firestar said Nacho hates Batman. Count.
Wait, he hates. I did not know that. Color me confused. Almost like he should drink some milk and be sober.
Nothing.
Got nothing.
Here,
but yeah, I don't really have an urge to make him a brother. Just me and Goddess don't want kids of her own. She already has kids from previous marriages. Not my. I prefer step kids.
You've got Violet.
Well, Violet's not really my daughter. She's more of someone I took in and trained. But yeah, sort of. She's my daughter, but not really my daughter.
Yeah, I'm just saying you have Violet. I mean, that's as close as you have to a kid.
Exactly.
So there you go. Nacho has a sister.
Yeah, intergender tag teams. Violet Walker and Super Nacho.
Hi, Firestar.
Hi.
How are you?
I'm doing good.
Awesome.
Good. All right, forget the rest of EXW stuff. Let's just have fun.
Just drinking.
Let's just have fun. Put my notebook away. Don't y'all love my digital notebook? Isn't this awesome? Look at that. There's my digital notebook. That's all my notes.
Oh, there you go.
That's all my notes from Sunday.
As I am building my universe card for my show, I'm kicking myself for not having a notebook because I'm trying to remember who's fighting for the title this week, and I know 3 of the 4 teams.
Hi, Nacho. And yes.
The problem.
Let me tell you something, Count. It saves your life having a notebook to plan out your shows.
I think I'm going to have to start using one because every week I'm going back going, okay, what did I say? What's happening? And I just have to remember, and my brain doesn't work as good as it used to.
I did it a couple. I use a Google Doc spreadsheet, and all of my GMs have access to it, so they can go into Google Docs and type up their match card in Google Docs, and then I have it right there. And then I can go in and put who beat who, and then they can do their points, or I can do their points if they want me to. And then I also have, now I have a digital notebook, but before that I was using spiral notebooks. And I wrote all of the match cards in my spiral notebook, so I also had a hard copy. But
that's actually not a bad idea, using Google Docs.
Yeah. But I also had that backup hard copy just in case something happened to Google Docs. Because, we had multiple people having access to it in case something got erased and I couldn't retrieve it. Just in case. Having that hard copy backup was but like I said, now I've got I got a remarkable notebook for Christmas. I love that thing. But yeah, having that hard copy, but I write out my shows on a notebook, and then I go in, and as they're doing the show, I circle who wins.
Yeah.
And then I go back to Google Docs and I put in on the spreadsheet. I put in who wins on the spreadsheet and keep track of the wins and losses.
That is not a bad idea. Just keeping track of win and losses. It makes ranking so much easier. Just input it real quick, and then that would save me so much time of going back and seeing what I did and what I said. And that, I'm gonna have to probably consider doing something like that as well.
If you want, at some time we can get on Skype, and I can share my screen and I can show you the Google Docs and how I have it set up.
Okay.
And that way you can kind of have an idea of what you can see what I'm doing, and maybe it can give you an idea then of how you want to organize yours.
We will have to do that. That actually sounds like it could be very, useful.
I would be happy to help. Always happy to help. So Firestar, what's going on with you?
Not much.
I see you told Nacho that you got your homework done.
Yes.
Okay, good. Glad you got your homework done. How are the puppers?
Puppers are good.
Well, good. Of course, I for Man is in his usual spot. I for Man. I for. Yes. They want to see you. They want to see your face. Let's see if I can. He's like, I don't care, Mom. Leave me alone. Just keep petting me. Firestar, Nacho cares about your educations.
Yes, he cares about education. Very important to him.
So that's how you spell that.
Yes, we know. Just go along with it.
My son is the smartest person ever.
That's not what I was going to say, Alfie. Damn.
Okay, what
I was
were you
going to say? I appreciate that, Nacho.
Isn't he sweet? He's just the sweetest. Oh, so Cougar wants to know. Yeah, the rematch, between you and her for the brand supremacy.
The
rubber
rematch?
match.
I don't think I was there for that.
No, we were trying to get you to do a rematch between you and her.
I remember now. I is the smartest, even if you doesn't count anyone else ever. Very true, Nacho. The rematch, I mean, Cougar is tough.
Yeah, she is.
Oh, yeah, she is.
She's a.
And I respect her a lot, so I don't know.
Yeah, Cougar is pretty tough. I can understand being hesitant to, go in the ring, but I feel like Firestar, you just gotta believe in yourself. Believe in yourself, and things should work out for you.
Well, thank you, bestie.
I got a lot of besties. Holy hell.
I've got one, and she's been causing me some grief lately.
Oh, who?
Easy-going grief, but grief. With her boyfriend, now past boyfriend, and you get Concrete Crusher involved in the mix. And she likes to flirt a lot with other women's men.
Ew.
Yeah.
Uh-oh.
Yeah. Kind of totally not a good idea.
I know those types. Is her name Patty?
No. No. Anyways, that's been my last 24 hours.
Not from WU?
Oh, yeah, from WU.
Oh, do tell.
I'm not going to get into too many details, but...
No, who?
Who?
Do tell. Yeah, who?
Who are you? Who?
Well, Miss B, she likes to flirt a lot, right, on the feed. And I guess Big Effin, she was flirting with Big Effin, and Jaded got right jealous and broke it off with Big Effin. Hates Miss B. And then Miss B had a boyfriend. I can't remember who it was because I really don't give a you know what. But anyways, I guess concrete.
Read the shirt, right?
Yeah, that's right. Back to the sweatshirt. Anyway, CC, I believe one of her alts got it on with him in a match and all that, and he's like, this is like daily lives, man.
Lives.
Shit.
I tell you, WU is its own soap opera.
It really is. I don't miss it. I haven't been there in over a year, and I just don't miss it.
Oh yeah, I don't.
Yeah, it's the same shit, new day. It really is what it is. You know.
Yeah, I don't miss it.
But the account was very much like your friend. I would flirt with everybody. I flirt with girls, their husbands. I don't care. I flirt with their family dog. I just flirt.
Yeah, she flirts with me, and it's like, okay, nope, nobody, nope. I just I be respectful. That's about it. I don't know. Third beer in, I'm not sure. But I was going to say something, and I lost my train of thought there. Shit. See, no hair goes in, flies right out.
Yeah, no hair to retain it. Got count derailed.
Yeah.
Hey, I have
Somebody
hair.
said
retain things. It doesn't help retain things. So
somebody once told me I should put a hat on. I says, well, why would you put a hat on an empty shack? Why would you put a roof on an empty shack? See, I'm the kind of guy. Nightcrawler's the kind of guy that, you know, he can take the insults. He likes it.
Oh yeah, I really enjoy the insults. That's honestly part of why I enjoy role-playing wrestling so much. Is you know, I like giving, I like taking. It's all about just having some fun.
That's exactly it.
if you can't take it, don't dish it out.
I remember I was in a group call with some Reaper crew members, and I was in a Skype chat, a show chat, just trashing Mordrin. And Mordrin Nightwalker is, I can see his speech bubble. It says Mordrin's typing. And I'm just like all giddy and excited that Mordrin's about to trash talk me. And people are like, I've never seen anybody so happy that Mordrin's about to tear them apart. And I'm like, this is why I do this.
Yeah, most
I
people
really like
aren't
getting
looking forward to Mordrin ripping them
I
apart.
really like getting, if I'm in the right mood and the right frame of mind, I can get Papa Shaker going, and he'll just rip Nightcrawler a new asshole on the feet. It's just fun. I just
listen and laugh.
Yeah, it's so hilarious.
I love winding people up. I should make them all toys. And you know how you have that winding up toy? That's what I do to a lot of people. I just purposely wind you up with that key.
Stir the pot. Stir the pot.
Yeah.
A little more. Yeah, I remember one pot you stirred that you found out was not a good idea to stir.
Who's this?
I mean, in my defense, I think it's a victory for me at the end of the day.
He kind of blew up a radio station.
Oh, shit.
On the plus side, though, I no longer have to deal with any of the people I antagonized that day.
It was my radio station.
Ooh.
Yes, But there was a certain king who I got some advice from, and then there was a person of judgment who helped. So I definitely had some cohorts. I took the fall. I'm the scapegoat. I'm cool with this. That's why I play a heel. I'm supposed to get beaten in the end. But every now and then you have to have a last laugh.
But you just need to be thankful you didn't screw with my stuff.
I did my best. I backed up every file I deleted, and then because I basically took their sound bites, re-uploaded different sound bites with the same name, and then backed up all their sound files. So every time they try to play their intro music or other commercials, it would do just random shit that Count wanted to mess with them.
Oh yeah, it was
beautiful.
Oh, it was
Hey.
bad.
In my defense, I backed up all their stuff. They didn't permanently lose it. They just didn't know where the fuck to find it.
Yeah, it took a while to get everything back the way it was.
I had to give Suzy a list of, this is what I called this soundbite, this is what I called this soundbite. I had it all ready to go after the fact, because I knew I was going to have to beg for, or at least, explain myself and, ask for forgiveness, or at least say, hey, this is what I did. I don't expect you to like it, but hey.
Yeah. The building was still standing, but everything inside was demolished. Let's just put it that way.
Well, all I got to say to that is Count doesn't like being out of character attacked, and Count had fun messing with people.
Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah, that was... Oh, I did not hear
To this
the end
day,
of that
Lord
for a
Amadeus will not
while.
speak to me, and I fully accept this.
Yeah, I did not hear the end of that for a little while. Because he was my co-host.
I was, at the time, your co-host. I had my own show as well.
Yeah, but you were my co-host. Yeah.
Co-hosting with the awesome...
You
We were
broke up.
co-hosts for 3 years.
Was it 3
It was a while.
It was a while, but it wasn't that long.
It was 2 or 3. It was 2 or... I know it was at least 2 years, but I could be wrong on that.
Yeah. I don't think it was that long, but yeah, you were my co-host for a little while. Not as long as Great Red Dragon. No, he was my longest co-host.
Oh yeah, Red Dragon was before me.
Nacho, do you suppose LA names his wigs? You think he's got names for his different wigs?
No.
So I guess it's not fair to really say that without him here. I mean, that was kind of an asshole move on my part, but it was just something I heard last night.
Yeah, Nightcrawler. You're the one that snapped on Count on the feed a year and a half ago about talking crap on people who weren't there to defend themselves.
Yeah, I still do.
What's up, man?
Well, no, hold on. Was I really talking crap in LA? I was just asking a question. Do you suppose he named his wigs? Where it goes from that is all in your imagination.
Okay.
LA's a great guy.
Here's the answer to that. I'm sure he does.
Oh, I'm sure they're very, very exotic sounding nicknames for the wigs too. I'm sure.
Oh, here we go. So
Nacho will ask for you. What a nice guy.
Thanks, buddy. Thanks. Appreciate it.
Nacho's one of my favorites.
He's awesome.
Where do you think Sasha Camaro came from?
I was going to say the backseat of a Firebird, but I guess that wasn't right.
No. It was a Camaro.
I'm kidding.
Poor Firestar's so lost.
Hardy har har, very funny.
You have probably no clue what we're talking about. Right?
Shut up.
I'm kind of envious of you, Firestar, for actually not really knowing what's going on.
Right? Honestly, I wish I had that blissful ignorance.
Yeah.
Yeah, it would be nice.
Innocence. I call it innocence.
It would be nice. Wait, who? Oh, we lost count. But you know, but it is fun.
Well, you got to kind of pay your internet bill.
Ow, Nacho!
You know, though, it is fun though talking about the old days of WU.
Mm.
Did you hear about Per, Lady Perfection?
Who are you asking?
You.
Oh yeah,
Okay.
yeah. No, that's we lost. It was actually not interesting. It was wrong choice of words, but it's sad. We lost three wrestlers fairly quickly within each other. Per was a major loss to our game, and she will be sadly missed.
That one really got.
That one hit hard.
Yeah.
Thanks,
She
Nacho.
was a good friend.
I never knew her out of the game, but inside the game, good people, good person.
Yeah.
Later, Cal.
See you later, Count. Thanks for dropping in.
See you, bud.
I'm going to mute myself for just a minute. I have got to blow my nose here, folks.
Oh, need that sound effect.
Sorry, my nose has been running like a sieve. Whew. It's just been like a faucet here lately. But yeah, losing Per, it did not hit me as hard as losing Yvonne the Vicious One, but it really hit me. She was the reason I got into doing radio. And we had several radio shows. We had two. We at least had 2 radio shows together. But
Oh, hey, Ram. What's up?
Yeah, that one was a hard one.
Yeah, sorry for your loss.
Thank you. Yeah, I've known her for nearly 10 years.
I'm doing good, Ram. How are you?
But yeah, it's fun reminiscing about the things in WU. But I will tell you, I don't miss it. I really don't. Andy, were you in WU?
I think he is.
Yep, I'm still in WU too. So yeah, I actually just joined LA's company, Ramadas's company, last week.
No problem.
It's a good company.
Yeah.
RAWF is a good company. I'm still in it. I've been in there long. I've been in there longer than the janitor. That's what I say. I was in there before he got the company. Trying to think. Judgment had that company, and then gave it to Amadeus, and then Amadeus built RAWF. So I jokingly say that I've been there longer than the janitor. But
it's the toughest competition in the whole game.
Yeah, it's a lot of tough competition, and it's well run. Amadeus and the GMs run a good company, and they run good competitions. the Powerball, the high voltage. Those are just two of the divisions. The tag teams. I ran tag teams at one time. They've got a lot of good divisions that they run within the company, and the storylining that they want you to do. You've got to trash talk in your matches to get points, and it's not just wins and losses. There's additional points for trash talking, and that is the only Hall of Fame that I am in, is RAF Hall of Fame. So that's the only one I cared about.
Have the reasons I'm doing RF is to probably work on that trash talking and promo stuff, because, and like this like sport, I know there's a few that have been in NMW that they have just turned heel, or I'm in a heel turn right now, and promo has never been my strength, so I thought I want to work on it. It's one thing I want to work on for this year, is to add work a bit more on the character stuff.
Yeah, if you get a good group of people to work with you, you will develop your character very well in RAWF. But you've got to get a good group of people to work with you, to storyline with you.
Right.
And you definitely will develop your character there. No doubt about it. Get involved in the radio show on Saturdays.
Oh, yeah. I was going to the last week, but I wasn't feeling too well last Saturday, so that's why I was able to hop in, and unfortunately, now my Saturdays, which everywhere else is in, Sundays my end, and that now I might unfortunately have something on Sundays my end, so it might not be online until a bit later, but I'll see what I can do. If I get a free moment and can, I'll definitely try and make the radio show.
The radio station the Blog Talk radio station that his show is on, that used to be my radio station. And it is the longest running radio station in WU.
Yeah. Yeah, I tried to get there on.
Which Hall of Fame is that? But Cellar of Mediocrity. I never did make the Mediocrity or Hall of Shame or any of those. I didn't care about it. And I never cared Death or Glory, DOG. That's a hard one to get into as well, DOG.
I look at DLG as being like, if you were to put championship belts to companies, and I kind of look at DLG. DLG is kind of like the Intercontinental Champion, whereas RAWF is like the heavyweight title. You get good in DLG, you'll do good in RAWF. I don't know. I mean, that's just my thought process. Very good, both very well run companies. A lot of commitment.
A lot of people that run DOG are also RAWFers.
Yep.
But or those that were running DOG then came to RAWF.
Yeah.
And a lot of crossover between the two companies.
DOG's got a lot of hard competition in it too, right?
Yeah. There is a lot of crossover between the two companies.
Yeah.
A lot of crossover. Which is nothing wrong with that, but DOG is a good company. I don't remember who owns it now.
Oh Jesus! I know who owns it. It just ran out of my mind. Oh,
yeah, God. I can't think of who owns it.
This getting old stuff sucks, man.
Yeah, it
Oh.
ain't for the faint of heart either.
Uh-huh. Give me a
Um,
moment. I'm on here. Cougar might even have it before I get it. Oh my God.
only person I could think of
There,
is
thank you, Shadow.
Dada.
Yes. And Cougar, yeah.
Only person I could think of was Pebs, but I knew it wasn't Pebs. Pebs hasn't been around in forever. Man, I miss Pebs. I miss that little midget.
Dagged my Irish drinking buddy.
Yeah. I miss Spicy. I miss my ex-husband.
My very first wife, she broke up with me and left the game. This was back in like 2011 or 12 or something like that. Like, was it something I said? Yeah,
So did
good times.
my first ex. But in real life, I'm married to him.
It's so. My God, I can't get over how much stuff that happens in the game has correlated to the real life.
Nacho didn't go
And I'll
there.
tell you, when I was married to Donna years ago, we were married for 4 years,
Nacho!
and
I know.
she had
I
150,000
am not a
different homes.
midget.
But Moonlight
I'm not
Serenity
that
would get
short.
involved, and Moonlight
Oh,
Serenity's manager and Donna's manager had a beef about, I guess, whoever Donna's married to now. It's like, holy
Moonlight
crap!
Serenity is bad news.
Way too much drama. I mean, I'd be out there working, and my messenger would be just lighting right up. I finally had to figure out, how do I mute this goddamn thing?
Moonlight Serenity is bad news.
Yeah. See, this is why I'm so happy where I am now in my life with Cougar and Anarchy and what have you. It's just none of that crap.
Yeah, Spicy and Spicy was really happy with me because I didn't pull all that crap with him. He was married. He's not anymore, but he was married. He knew I was married, and we both respected the fact that we were both happily married.
Exactly.
And so, we were friends.
I can reach just fine, Nacho.
We were friends outside of the game. And so that made it easy for us to be a couple in the game. And he knew that I wasn't going to try any crap with him, and I knew he wasn't going to try any crap with me. And there was that mutual respect and between us. And that's when, speaking as Nikki, not as Suzy, that is one thing between RA and Suzy, is that the person playing RA and me, Nikki, we have a great respect and friendship between us, and he loves my husband. He has so much respect for my husband. And every time we talk, he's always like, hey, tell your husband I said hey, and all this. And it's always, and my husband will sit here beside me while I'm talking to him, and it's like I have nothing to hide. And so it's just, there's a great, it's easy to have somebody in the game for Suzy to have a romantic interest with, when the person behind that character is a good friend and respects me and knows that I'm not trying to have any of that. I'm not trying to play house with them outside of the character. I'm not trying to play any of that crap. And having that respect between the two of us then allows our characters then to have a great interaction between the two of them. And it's which I'm sure is the same for you and Cougs.
Absolutely. And truth be told, my wife really doesn't know anything about what I do in the game or anything like that. It's really of no interest to her. But I mean, that's exactly it. Coog's manager and my manager, we're good friends off the game. That's all it is. There's respect there. I respect her, of course, respect her marriage to her husband, right? And that's the way it is. And it works both ways. We are just playing characters in a game, and that's really what it is. And if you can keep to that mantra, and
it's a storyline.
It's a storyline, but it's a little more than a storyline. But I mean,
But in essence, it's a storyline.
I guess,
a story between two characters. It's
Yes.
not real.
Yeah.
It's fantasy. And when you want it to cross over to more than a fantasy, that's when there's issues.
That's exactly when there's issues. Absolutely.
And having somebody that when you're dealing with a storyline of a nature like of a relationship, that is when, and I've seen, and just not too long ago, I've seen somebody end a storyline of a relationship because there wasn't any of that intimacy in it. And I'm going, then you're not wanting a storyline relationship. You're wanting real life. And that's a problem.
That can be, yeah.
You need to take a step back. RA's manager is not married, but I am. But he respects that I am and is not going to do anything to jeopardize my marriage because there is so much respect between the two of us.
And sadly, there's so few of us like that around, and more of the opposite around in this game.
Exactly.
And it gets, again, going back to Moonlight and all that. I heard horror stories where she would be Facebooking the spouse of a character in the game. Somebody's playing a character in the game, and Christ, I can't remember. It used to be in my company a long time ago, but it was that kind of scenario. It was just it. You know what? I don't know. That's the difference. I guess some people they can't separate the fantasy from reality.
Exactly. And it's not just in WU. It's not just in WU. It's here in the digital too.
Absolutely.
Anywhere that you have a character and somebody playing a character, it can be in an MMORPG or whatever they call those, or this digital wrestling, WU, anywhere that you have somebody playing a character, interacting with somebody else playing a character, and there's a relationship in all of this. You have this situation, and you've got to be able to separate fantasy and reality. And that is a big problem, that people can't do that. And people have to learn that they've got to learn how to do that before they should ever step into the character being in a relationship of a romantic nature.
Mm-hmm.
And yes, RA's manager is an amazing person. Hey, Jamar. And, whether it be on WU, on the DWS, any kind of game where you've got a character that's going to be in some sort of romantic relationship, you've got to be able to separate fantasy from reality. And a lot of people can't do that. And I've seen it too many times where it's caused yeah, Blaze.
There you go, Blaze.
Thank you for keeping it PG. I appreciate it. Why don't you call in, Blaze? Love to have you on here. I've been on your show. Come on mine. We're really kind of not talking EXW tonight. We talked about it a little bit in the beginning. Kind of gotten a little out. We're more just talking, just general.
That's what happens when Nightcrawler shows up. It just messes up the whole agenda.
Yeah, well, it was not just
Damn it.
not you. It's me. I'm just kind of really not in the mood. I'm just in one of those moods tonight.
Awesome. Pass the buck.
Hey, it's
And you took it.
hey, it's my show. I'll take
That's right.
responsibility for my
That's
show.
right.
Come
Yeah.
here, Muffin Man.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry to hear that, Blaze.
Dude, I know. I feel you. All day. I got
to get mine.
I got my booster on Sunday, and all day Monday was aches and pains and fever chills, and I'm still working. It's like, this is fun. I'm like not moving my ass very fast. I went to bed Monday night at 8 o'clock. I got out of bed Tuesday morning at 7 a.m. Felt great ever since.
You just needed that sleep.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I felt achy and fevery yesterday, but that's just because I was fighting my blood sugar all day.
Blaze, did you get the Moderna one? mRNA? Just curious.
I thought there was only one booster out there.
Well, in Canada, there's a couple. There's Pfizer and Moderna. And I've been told Moderna is the one that gives us the side effects, which is the one I got. And Pfizer doesn't. But I don't know. I think it has different effects on different people.
Excuse me. I need my snack before I start dropping again.
It's 10 after 7 here. I should probably think about going to make dinner.
It's 9 o'clock here. It's my snack time.
Mm-hmm.
Part of my diet, I have to eat ever so frequently. But no, just care. I don't care who. Like Blaze says, I don't care who you're banging. In character, out of character. Don't bring your drama to me. Don't bring it to my show. Don't bring it to my chat. I don't want to be involved in it. I do the family trees. In my info cards, I tell who's married. I tell who's parents of who. And because I do that to be different from other people. And it's one thing that I do to be unique. And I try to keep track of who all's related. Call me I'm the genealogist of the DWS. I love genealogy. I think it's fascinating. But you know, but I do that in my info cards to be a little bit different and unique from other shows. So, Blaze is always telling people when he's doing his podcast, help people out, be unique. That's one of the ways I'm trying to be unique. Fathers, cousins, sisters, uncles, nephews, next door neighbors, twice removed. You know what? If I could do it, I would. Shoot, I have Nacho's next door neighbor listed on his. So, hey, like I said, try to be unique. But I don't need the drama. We don't need the drama of all the ins and outs of who's, like, to put, as Blaze says, who's banging who. Yes, you have to mention Jeff. That's Nacho's neighbors, Jeff. But just, people learn to separate fantasy from reality. If you're having trouble with that, you need to take a step back. If you're finding yourself crossing a line, blurring the lines, got to step back. Because that'll get you in trouble so fast. And that's the last thing you need, is that kind of trouble.
And if you're married, that gets you into real expensive trouble.
Yes, it will. That gets lawyers involved. And
lawyers charge you for every staple they use, them bastards.
Yes, staple. They'll every word they type.
On every piece of paper they type.
Yeah.
Not that I know.
I wouldn't know either. I've been happily married to the same man. I've only been married once. I only want to be married once. I've been happily married for 16 and a half years.
I'm at 21 years right now.
Awesome.
Yeah.
My parents were at 40, just had celebrated 47, and a month later, my mom passed away.
Oh, jeez.
My in-laws just are at 50 and a half. They just celebrated 50. So, both of my grandparents were at 50 plus. Goodness, my one set of grandparents were at nearly 65 when my pawpaw passed. So, I come from a long line of people who stay married. So, well, welcome back, Rage. Try to watch what you do with your your in-character relationships. If you have questions on, about being an in-character relationship, I was in-character relationship with Spicy for 4 years. I think actually we were married for 4 and dated for like 6 months before that. It's I've been in long relationships. My first relationship in WU was with my actual husband's character. But when he quit playing, I went and found other relationships, because as a woman playing in a game like WU, you get creeps hitting on you all the time. Being in a relationship with somebody that's active helps, because then
Slows
you have somebody that if you can't get them to stop, you have somebody else that can step in and say, "Hey, jerk face, that's my woman, leave her alone." And I've had to do that a few times. I've had to have the guy step in and say, "Do that for me." And as RA calls it, it's creep insurance.
Creep insurance. I like it. Yeah.
It's creep insurance. And so that our RA and I are creep insurance for each other. And I actually had somebody from DWS that was in WU creep on me in WU after meeting me in the DWS.
Oh, got it. And I brought it the hard way.
Somebody's watching Whipping Post. I could hear it from their computer or whatever. But, that's really why I do relationships in character, is because of the quote unquote creep insurance. So. Excuse me. Sorry about that. But anyway, goodness, we've been on here 2 hours.
2 hours, 17 minutes, 24 seconds, actually.
Yeah. Yeah, you might want to open that. Anyway, anybody have anything to add as things go flying by behind me in the camera?
Oh,
that's the mixed tag team show, Elfie. Oh yeah, I didn't know what it was. I could hear her count. I know that's his show on Whipping Post.
Yeah. I've got, I'm multitasking count show and
that's no problem. I just
Caliber's got a show as well, so
that is the add extra cheese. That is the bestest addings. I always get extra cheese when I have my pizza, but I have a crustless pizza because I can't have the crust or the sauce. So there's a pizza place that does a crustless pizza. And so when we order pizza, we order from there and get a crustless pizza. But I also can't have the sauce, so I get a sauceless, crustless pizza with extra cheese.
That's low cholesterol right there.
But I need the extra cheese to hold all of the toppings together.
Oh wow! Protein. It's protein.
And it's protein because I don't get any meat. I'm not a vegetarian, but I don't get any meat on my pizza, so I have that extra cheese for the added protein. So yeah. I've not had a cauliflower pizza crust, but I do make my own spinach pizza crust that I love. It's spinach, mozzarella cheese, basil, oregano, egg, and then we use a couple of tablespoons of what's called Carb Quick. It's kind of like a Bisquick, but doesn't have very many. It has very, very few carbs in it, and that is that's just kind of help bind it together a little bit better, and helps absorb some of the moisture. And oh, it is so good. We need to do that. We haven't had spinach pizza crust in a long time. We should do that soon. I will help. But
Anyways, I'm going to take my leave.
yeah, we're going to end here pretty quick.
I've
So
got
thank you for being here, Nightcrawler.
Yeah,
I'd love to have you back anytime. We
You
do
bet.
this pretty much every Wednesday, same time.
right on.
So
Sending my love to Cougs wherever she is there in chat.
oh, that's so sweet.
The rest of you, rock on. See you later.
Rock on. All right, thanks. All right, Andy, anything you want to say before we leave?
Not off the top of my head. Want to see everybody at Laser's show tomorrow, whether it's the podcast early or the LTD show following it. And yeah,
Hey, what
that's
about
probably all I
my
got.
show?
Oh, and and Suzy's show as well. Sorry, it's just hard to keep track of so many shows. Like,
That's why we have the DWS calendar.
true.
Yep.
All right, Firestar, anything you want to say before we leave? You were kind of quiet tonight.
I know. I was just listening.
Yeah, well, we talked about a lot of stuff that you really you weren't a part of.
Very funny. Anyway,
No, I mean, you weren't. No, I mean, I'm not trying to tease you or anything. It's just that
no, I
you
understand.
You weren't a part of WU, and we did talk a lot about WU tonight.
Yeah. Anyway, damn, what was I gonna say? I did give your questions some thought, Cougar, and if you want a rematch, bring it on.
All right. Hey, maybe we can do that at the pay-per-view. We do have a pay-per-view coming up.
All right.
Nacho wants you to tell us about being a midget.
Nacho, I am not a midget, and I am not that short.
You're not short or a midget. You're just penguin size.
I'm not. Oh. Why do you think God just calls me Shorty?
Well, and Raven called you Pocket Buddy.
That too.
All right.
But I am not that short, so don't call me that, Nacho.
How tall are you?
I am
in character.
In real life, I am 5'1".
Okay, I hate to tell you, but that's short.
Not that short, jeez.
Yeah, that's short.
I am not fun size. Damn, Nacho.
Yeah, that's fun size.
Hey, I can still kick butt.
I'm not saying you don't. I'm just saying that is fun size. You're an inch shorter than my daughter.
Yeah, but I'm taller than my mom.
Love you too. Gallery of Nuts is going to bed, so yeah, I had to tell him good night.
Oh,
So everybody tell Gallery of Nuts good night. I'm 5'7" in real life.
Same.
Yeah. Isis is 5'2" in real life. She got the short end of the stick. But all right, so we got a pay-per-view coming up. You can get into the EXW chat, folks, and you need to start telling your GMs what matches you want. Nobody's spoken up. No one. Get off your butts. Speak up. Tell the GMs. Talk to your GMs. What matches do you want? Firestar, I asked you last week if you wanted a match at the pay-per-view. You never did speak up. Do you know what match you want at the pay-per-view?
Yeah, I remember that. I think last time I was on your panel, I think I said I wanted to match with Super Not Jet.
All right.
And I still didn't get it. So
let me get my notebook. Because, you know, I have to write things down or I won't remember them.
Not Joe.
All right. So Firestar versus Not Yet. What do you want your steps to be?
I said Hell in a Cell last time.
All right. Anything special about the Hell in a Cell or just a straight up Hell in a Cell?
Just a straight up Hell in a Cell.
All right. I have this written down in my notebook, so it will get. All right, it's in my notebook.
Oh, Nacho.
Oh, I hear. Use your pupper dreaming.
Yeah.
All right, so we got a pay-per-view match, folks. Yay!
I will do my best, Nacho. I will do my best.
All right, so tomorrow we have Bubs's birthday bash. It's supposed to be last week, but I got sick. So we're going to have it this week. And then last week's murderous matchup will be this week. So those matches are just pushed to this week. So everything is just pushed back a week. So that's why we didn't talk about it, because we talked about it last week. So we're continuing Buzz's birthday to this week and through this week, and that will all happen tomorrow. Her birthday bashings, Bubs's birthday bashings. That's what she called it. So that will be tomorrow at 6 p.m. Eastern. Then murderous matchup will be Friday at 4:30 Eastern. That's our early show. And then we will be back on Monday with Monday Evolution. And I am filling in for Georgia Firecracker. We hope that she gets to feeling better soon. She's got some stuff going on, and we need to keep her. So here we need to keep Firecracker in your thoughts. Firecracker's got some issues going on. We've got Lady Perfection's family. Please remember them with her loss. Please keep me in Gallery of Nuts as he's helping take care of me because with my back. The 26th is my appointment with the surgeon. I'm trying to think who else was there. A lot of people are getting sick with COVID. A lot of people. So please take precautions, folks. Try take vitamin C. Okay, to increase your immune system, help boost your immune system. Do things that will help boost your immune system. Get some sunshine. Just go out and stand out in the sunshine for a little bit. That will help you. That will help boost your immune system. Do things to help boost your immune system, and that will help you fight off the virus if you do get it. But keep those people that have got the virus, got COVID, and let's remember them. I know up here, the church that we went to in Green Bay, I think over half the congregation are sick with COVID. It's bad it's bad up there. So a lot of people in the oldest member of the congregation is sick with it, and I'm really worried about him, and his wife is sick with it, and I'm concerned about him getting sick. His name is Brother, and hers is Caroline. If you would keep them in your trying to think if there was anybody else that I had heard about. I know it's a lot, but keep these people in your thoughts, prayers, and healing thoughts, good vibes, whatever. They could all use it. All of us could use it. Remember, take precautions. If you haven't gotten vaccinated, wear your mask. It's not a bad idea to wear it if you have gotten vaccinated, but definitely if you have not. Social distance. Use your common sense, folks. Practice good hygiene. It's flu season. Wash your hands. That's just because it's flu season, folks.
Yeah.
I'm not saying that for COVID. I'm saying that because it's flu season. Get your flu shot. Just common sense, folks. If you haven't gotten your vaccine, do the research into it. Talk to your doctor, and if you think it is right for you, that goes for any vaccine. If you think it's right for you, please get it. And the booster shot, do your research into that too. And if you think it's right for you, please get it. But like I said, do your research, talk to your doctor, and if you feel it's right for you, please do so. If you have an opportunity to do some good out there in this world, please take that opportunity. It doesn't have to be big, big or small, public or private. If you've got the opportunity, please take that opportunity and do some good out there, folks. You never know what your act of goodness will spark in your community. Could start a tidal wave of good, and that sure can help us put some balance back out there in our world. Right now, we've got enough bad things going on. Let's put some good out there. There you go, Rage. There's some good out there. Good going. Even if it's just making somebody laugh, that's some good. All right? Rage is being funny. Hey, that's good. But, like I said, big or small, public or private, let's put some good out there in this world. And with that, folks, I'm going to say good night. Thank you, Andy and Firestar, and again, Nightcrawler and Count Z for joining me. And we'll see you back here next week for Roundtable, but tomorrow at 6 p.m. Eastern on the Elite Extreme Women channel for Thursday Revolution. Thanks, everybody.
Well,